the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome in here, race fans, tonight to the Lanier Raceway, here for the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing Nationals. Drivers have all logged in here tonight for a special event. Tonight, the big blocks versus the small blocks will hit the tracks. Of course, we do have our heat races and our last chance qualifier before we slap 26 of these mixed combo modifieds out of the Northeast onto this raceway tonight, for 100 laps being the distance. This one is going to be the one that you don't want to miss the show. You want to qualify for this one, just like you want to catch all the action here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Race fans, we thank you all for joining us here tonight for some dirt racing action. It may be snowing all up here in the Northeast, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont. Everybody is getting a little bit of snow no matter where you're at, whether it's flurries to a couple of feet if you're into the upstate New York area. Well, here on iRacing, it's the greatest thing. We don't have to worry about any of that, as it is going to be dry, the lights are on, and we're ready to go racing here tonight. Heat races tonight will consist, it looks like we will have about 4 heat races possible. Let's see if that one holds out true. Let's head down trackside, though, to get our first starting lineup here tonight for the big block, small block showdown. This is how they're lined up here for heat race number 1, driving the 00 here tonight. This will be the man out of the Smith Racing Inc. entry out of Montana. This is going to be Doug Ungari. Well, he qualified here tonight, but race fans, we all know he won last week's race, so he'll actually have to go to the back here. Peyton Talbot, the driver of the 14T, he'll start out back. Starting in P number 3, though, the driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, the driver out of the Rags Carter Racing Stables. Driving car number 1 here tonight, this is Talon Carter. Starting back in P number 4, driving the M2 entry here tonight, this is John McPhee. Starting the 00 out of New York, Bo Reeves drives car 00 here tonight. He'll go 5th here on the starting grid. Matthew LaValle driving car number 31 here tonight. He will go from P number 6. Paul Moran driving car number 55. He will start 7th here tonight on the starting lineup. Hailing from north of the border, driving car number 83, this is J.D. Haldane. He will roll off from the 8th position. Little Caleb Durgan driving car number 17. He will go from the 9th starting position here tonight. And the starting 10th, the Raised Iron Tubing entry. Out of Vermont, driving car number 22, this is Dylan Rabtoy. That's your 10-car starting field. All drivers did make the call to the grid here tonight. As we're getting ready, we will drop the hammer here tonight in our heat races. 10 laps will be the distance. As the 41, actually, it'll show up on the timing and scoring here tonight as the 00 of Doug Ungari will lead us to green. Green flag is up, put 10 laps on the board. Here we go to turn number 1. Great start by Doug Ungari in car number 41 there. 10 laps, lap 1 going to go on the books here. Ungari, top 4 drivers are looking to advance. Talon Carter going to the bottom side. McPhee trying to work the outside of the M2 entry. A little bit squirrely there. Look at the 31, Matthew LaValle, though. He is right there all over. Right on board with their daddy Daycare Designs onboard camera with Matthew LaValle. He is running in the transfer spot right now, trying to get around the youngster of Talon Carter or the young gunner of John McPhee. That's how they look right now. One driver who has not been able to work his way through the field. He had to start all the way at the tail of the field. That was Peyton Talbot of the Fast Lane Performance, number 14. He is back there. Look at him. One car up into the wall. That is going to be the 83 of J.D. Haldane. As the caution lights with 6 laps to go will come on, and I believe that is going to be the 00 of Bo Reeves. He is stuck upside down. Peyton Talbot did get a little piece of that also down there in the corner. Let's take a look back here on our caution flag tonight. Take a look at that 83 machine. What happened to J.D. Haldane? A hard lick there for JD along with the 00 of Reeves. Right on board with our Valley View Firewood onboard camera. You're riding on board with JD Haldane. Just kind of ran out of racing room there coming out of the corner. Sends both drivers for a wild ride, and it does look like both drivers will have to go back to pit road. Looking at the drivers that right now would find themselves in, it would be the number 41 there of Doug Ungari on your screen, the orange machine. John McPhee, Matthew LaValle, and that is Talon Carter right now being scored on the 3rd position. We'll come back this time. We're going to drop the hammer once again here tonight at Lanier. 8 drivers still left out there onto the raceway battling for the top 4 positions to get themselves in. We're going to fire that big block off, and a big stack up on the bottom there as McPhee does not get going. Here comes Caleb Durgan. He'll battle down to the inside there. He was to the inside momentarily of Talon Carter. Ran out of racing room as then he had to go back behind the number 1, the driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. Right now, it's going to bump Talon Carter out of a transfer spot. Insert the driver out of Vermont, driving car number 22 into the top spot there. Going to put Rabtoy on the bubble. Look at Talon Carter rolling the outside. 3 to go this time by to be pop 6 sticks going into the air. Just 2 more times around when Doug Ungari, the driver out of Montana, will get to the line first. McPhee down to the bottom side. Carter, now you see him taking that number 1 machine up to the top side of the speedway. Caleb Durgan is up there. Peyton Talbot trying to work his way through the field here tonight. A white flag going to go in the air here. Ungari coming to the white first. Then it's going to be these drivers that are all battling. Look at the number 1 of Carter. He's going to make it 3 wide this time out of turn number 2. Not quite able to make it. It'll be Doug Ungari, though, coming across the line. It'll be Ungari. It'll be LaValle, Rabtoy, and Carter will sneak in there by the skin of his teeth. So Carter will make it to the main out of his heat. McPhee, Durgan, Talbot, Moran, Haldane, and Reeves will all have to go to a last chance qualifier a little bit later on here tonight. So that was heat race number 1. That put on some good racing action for the race fans that are tuning in here tonight. As your second heat race of the evening, starting to make its way to the starting lineup. This is how they're going to line up. The driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving car number 40 out of the Jordan Henn Racing Stables. This is Josiah Millen. He'll snag the pole here for heat race number 2. Starting his outside, driving the car number 19 here tonight, Don Page III will start in P number 2. And the LeClaire Flatworx number 7 of Josh LeClaire out of New York will start car 7 and 3rd. Ed Brissett, driving car number 15 here tonight, will start in the 4th spot, while Speedy Brissett, driving car 03, will start 5th. DJ Gagno driving car number 4 here tonight. 04 will start back into the 6th position. Eric Riel out of the Brissett Racing Stables. The car number 02 will go from 7th. The 97.5 of Nathaniel Gay will go back there into the 8th position, while Chris Brown from downtown will start into the 9th spot in the 136. Scott Riome in car number 4 will then start shotgun to the field. That's your starting lineup here in heat race number 2. So one heat race already into the books here tonight, and we're looking to get another one knocked out here. We got to thank the Valley View Firewood for coming on board with the iRacing National Series here again. Back for the second full-time year as the title sponsor. As Millen says, let's start up that campfire here, as he'll take his big block modified to the top side of the speedway. Millen will lead us down the back straightaway here on lap number 1. And the caution lights immediately coming on. It looks like Eric Riel pulling away in the 02 entry, and Nathaniel Gay in car number 97.5 has wound up on his lid down in turn number 1 and 2. Watch that blue machine, the blue and yellow. Oh, he gets into the back of the car 03 there. That was Speedy Brissett. Nathaniel Gay then going up, over, and for a tumble. Oh, then Chris Brown with the whiteout performance, 136, had nowhere to go, was right into the side of the 97.5. So that's what brings out our first caution flag here in heat race number 2. While we have time, of course, we were just talking about the Valley View Firewood. Family-owned and operated Valley View Firewood is located in Willsboro, New York, serving the North Countryside with all its firewood's needs, from small bundles to truckloads. Well-seasoned, already split firewood, ready to heat your homes or your campfire. Contact them today and get your firewood delivered tomorrow. The Valley View Firewood, we thank them and the whole family up there as we're back to green flag racing. Millen takes the green, Don Page in second, Joshua LeClaire and Ed Brissett. Right now, that is how they are on the timing and scoring. Hit the line, watch the transponders all relocate the drivers here, and that is how they will come. There is DJ Gagno, car number 04 entry. He's on the outside there with Speed Brissett, went around the inside. Chris Brown trying to work his way. He'll slide. One car going to come to a slide. That's going to be the 02. Rio now going to lose the momentum. He's going to have to try and make up a ton of ground with 7 laps to go. Josh LeClaire working the bottom side of the speedway. Millen and Page have both pulled away from this battle back here, which is LeClaire and Ed Brissett. Here comes Speedy Brissett in the 03 entry. He'll slide up in front of Gagno there in the 04 entry. Then he got Scott Riome. A lot of the Brissett Racing Stable drivers here in heat race number 2 with just 5 laps to go this time by. 5 laps to go. You're watching the transfer spot right now. Car number 15, that red and yellow machine out of the Brissett Racing Stables. The R&R Graphics on the back sail panel of that car. And Brissett still holding on to it. Doing everything he can right now to try to hold off Speedy Brissett. 3 to go this time. Drivers all spreading out right now, so this is the battle. This is the best battle on the speedway. The 15 of Ed Brissett and the 03 of Speedy Brissett right now. Who will make it in? Who will have to go to a last chance qualifier? We're about to find out in 2 laps as the popsicle sticks are displayed here at Lanier. 2 more times around the little bull ring. Ed Brissett getting a good run down the back straightaway that time as the white flag will fly this time. Chris Brown trying to make up a little more ground down behind these drivers, but he's going to be a little too late here to get into the battle. It'll be Josiah Millen, the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Picking up heat race number 2. It'll be Millen, it'll be Page, it'll be LeClaire, and Ed Brissett will all finish now inside your top 4. Speedy Brissett, DJ Gagno, Scott Riome, Chris Brown, Eric Riel, and Nathaniel Gay will all have to go to a last chance qualifier coming up here in a little bit. So heat race 2 in the books. How about heat race number 3? He is known as the Bearded Wonder. This is driver of the 45 out of Smith Racing Inc. Stables, the 45 of Justin Smith. He'll start on the pole here tonight. Driving car number 14 here tonight, Mason Bay will start to the outside of row number 1. The Bartell Builders, 1W McDuff Racing, number 1W Wade McDuff. He will start P number 3. Behind them, the DE Designs, number 2 out of New York. This is David Amy. He'll roll from position number 4. Clark and Son Automotive, number 77 of Chris Clark, will go into the 5th position, while racing Jason Griffith Dobbs in the 98 coming out the gate here tonight. He will be back in 6th. Dave Coburn, car number 20, will start in the 7th position, while Tyler Ducharme in car number 25 will roll off P number 8. Josh Sun, driving car number 11 here tonight, will roll from P number 9. And Kevin Chaffee, driving car number 73, will line up shotgun to the field here in our 3rd heat race of the night, being passed along that this will be our final heat race of the... That is the final heat race of the evening. So we'll go with 3 full heat races. 30 drivers logging in here tonight. That means 4 drivers will go home out of the last chance qualifier. We'll send 4 home here tonight. So we're seeing last chance to lock in right here. Justin Smith with a great start there. Wade McDuff going to have to battle with the 14 there of Mason Bay. Bay will work the outside. There's David Amy. He is locked in right now. He is in the transfer spot. First lap will go to the 45 of Justin Smith. Driver out of Wilton, New York. Got Adirondack, Picker, eBay store entry out of Albany, Saratoga Speedway. The Sportsman driver leads the field here tonight. Wade McDuff still battling down to the bottom. Look at Tyler Ducharme. He is going to slide up in front of the 77 of Clark. Clark's going to get sideways. He'll lose all momentum. That helps his speed. Ducharme's speed entry is moving here. He had to start towards the back of the field. Right on board with the driver who cruised up at the Devil's Bowl Speedway. The Ducharme speed entry of Tyler Ducharme is right now 1 spot out. Needs to pick up 1 more spot, because right now that is where the transfer spot is. The Bartell Builders 1W of Wade McDuff has it, but for how long? Because here comes Ducharme to the outside now. Car 25, Ducharme will go from the back of the field here now, putting himself into that 4 spot, which is 5 laps to go. He's not done. He's going to go for another one here. He's trying to get around the DE Designs of David Amy. Amy working the outside. Justin Smith right now. We'll see 3 laps to go when he comes by the line this time by. 3 laps to go for Justin Smith. Good battle here inside the transfer spot. This could dictate who gets in and who has to go to a last chance qualifier. Right now, Wade McDuff, who is right there battling. He is behind these 2 drivers. That's Ducharme and Amy. As Ducharme going to slide up, Amy's just going to drive back underneath. Now can Wade McDuff pounce onto the 25, the House of Speed entry? He will not. Look at Josh Sun, the Showtime Motorsports. All white duct tape number 11 back here. White flag will fly this time by, though, for Justin Smith. Ducharme and Amy still battling, but this time out of turn number 4, he'll pick up the white flag for his heat race. Car number 45, Justin Smith, will go to the big dance here tonight. Mason Bay, Tyler Ducharme, and David Amy will join him, while McDuff's son, Chaffee, Griffith, Clark, and Coburn will all have to go to a last chance qualifier. And talking about that last chance qualifier, it is right here. This is your starting lineup for the last chance qualifier. Starting on the front row, driving the M2 entry, it's the phenom of John McPhee. Starting to his outside, out of the Brissett Racing Stables, out of New York, driving car 03, this is Speedy Brissett. Also hailing out of New York, driving the 1W McDuff Racing Bartell Builders. Snap-on 1W, this is Wild One, this is Wade McDuff. Starting at P number 4, he is the youngstest. This is the number 17 Little Digger of Caleb Durgan out of the Ducharme Speed entries. He will start 4th. Starting 5th onto the grid, driving car 04 here tonight. This will be DJ Gagno. And the white lettered up number 11 here tonight, driven by Josh Sun. He will go 6th. The 14T, the Fast Lane Performance 14D of Peyton Tavern will go from the 7th starting position, while Scott Rio, car number 4, will go from 8th. Kevin Chaffee driving car number 73 here tonight. He will go from the 9th starting spot. Paul Moran in car number 55 will go 10th and starting 11th. The driver from Kokomo, Indiana, driving the 136 Whiteout Performance number 136 of Chris Brown. He will start all the way back in P number 11. Starting back in P number 12, hailing out of Crossville, Tennessee. This is the racing Jason Griffith Dobbs entry. He'll go 12th. 13th will go to Hal Dane in car number 83. Eric Riel driving the 02 out of the Percent Racing Stables. He will go back into position 14. Chris Clark and the Clark & Son number 77 will go 15th. Bo Reeves in car number 0 will go 16th. Nathaniel Gay, the 97.5. They made it back out here tonight. He'll go 17th. And Dave Coburn will go start car number 20 in the 18th starting position. Here we go. 15 laps on the board, and we're green in the last chance qualifier here tonight. 14 cars coming out of this last chance qualifier, and it is a scrum at the front. Look at Talbot down to the bottom side. He'll lift the left front tire, and he's going to try to make it through the bottom. Wayne McDuff with some problems to the outside. McDuff and Son going to make a little contact, and the caution lights are coming out. One of them up and over. I believe that is the 04. He lands back on the wheels. The Egglefield Ford entry of DJ Gagno will go ahead and bring the caution flag out here in the last chance qualifier. Leave him and a couple other drivers tangled up towards the back of the field. .04 just gets loose on the top side. J.D. Haldane into the back of the racing Jason entry. Everybody winds back up on the wheels, but it was Haldane, Gagno, Griffith, and Scott Riome also got a little piece of that action also. Right on board with Haldane and the Daddy Daycare Design onboard camera. There you saw it. That's what brings out our caution flag here in the last chance qualifier. Just a handful of laps knocked into the books here tonight. Come back, restart is up. Look at Caleb Durgan down to the bottom side. He is trying to work his way into P number 2 right now. Here comes Little Digger. Down to the bottom side of the speedway. Look at him there, 3 wide. Josh Son in the middle right now. That's the 73 of Kevin Chaffee. And that was Chris Brown to the outside. Brown on the Whiteout Performance entry. Had to hit the hooks. Caution lights coming back on. 1 lap being completed here. Caution lights on. Oh, the 4 car. Scott Riome has gone around. We're taking a look. Oh, down to the corner, the 02 entry of Eric Riel tried to sneak down to the inside of Hal Dane, and then Riome getting involved. So that'll bring out the second caution flag here in our last chance qualifier. Taking 14 out of the last chance qualifier here. There's the top spot. We got to thank Begor Supply, a family-owned and operated business located in Moores, New York, offering various products from hardware, plumbing, septic supplies, animal and pet feed, lawn and garden. We got to thank them. Oh, guys, I always forget. They have a propane fill station. Who does not like to have their propane filled, especially during the wintertime, especially during the summertime when they're headed out to the races? Make sure you head over to Begor Supply. Get that propane filled. Open Monday through Friday till 5 and Saturdays till lunchtime. And don't tell these race fans that lunchtime is coming because, man, they're already hungry. 3 wide into turn number 1. Wayne McDuff to the outside while Caleb Durgan down to the bottom side. They will not settle that one out because here comes the 11 of Josh Son. Look at him go to the outside, driving a small block here tonight. Why you don't see Josh Son's normal paint scheme on that body. Having 2 cars in the stables here in the iRacing.com platform, and Josh Son trying to now go for P number 2 as he has a little bit of connection issues. See him right there. Chris Brown making some ground on the top side. He's got Peyton Tower behind him. He's got the youngster there, Caleb Durgan, working down on the bottom side of the speedway. Now Josh Sutton is going to go down to the bottom, see if he can get the bottom working to get around the 1W of McDuff. Sutton down to the bottom side. He'll possibly slide up. Blinks in front of Wade McDuff. McDuff has to really jam on the hooks there. That's going to stack everybody up. Speedy Brissett was right there. Speedy Brissett had to then check up 3 wide once again. Wade McDuff was going to take a look down to the inside. McDuff going to go right back to the top side there. There you see Caleb Durgan down to the bottom. He'll lift that left front tire, carry it all the way down the back straightaway. Just like that, we already have just 6 laps left here. McPhee still the race leader. Son is now settled into that second position. Wade McDuff still battling to lock himself in here. Talbot goes down to the bottom side of the speedway also. With just 5 laps to go, where's that transfer car right now? Well, the 83 of Haldane right now currently has that transfer spot. He holds the transfer spot. Real will be about 2 seconds back. Battle for the race lead didn't last very long. Josh Sutton got it very quick there from John McPhee, and now he'll see 3 laps to go. Caleb Durgan working the bottom side of the speedway. Peyton Tower down there in the 14T also. Wade McDuff still holding that top side hostage. So is Speedy Brissett and Chris Brown. Chaffee down to the bottom side of the speedway also. And there is the 55, the DE Designs number 55 of Paul Moran. He is right there also. White flag will come out this time by Josh Sutton, looking pretty stout here tonight. Josh Sutton will come out of turn 4 for the final time here. Josh Sutton will pick up our last chance qualifier as they come across the line at Sutton, McPhee, Durgan, McDuff, Talbot, Brissett, Brown, Chaffee, Moran, Griffith, Coburn, Clark, Gay, and Haldane will make the show here. Gagnon, Riel, and Reeves will all have to go home here tonight, unfortunately not making the field, and unfortunate for those drivers. We'd like to see all 30 cars start this feature event, but we will go with 26 drivers. Of course, Doug Ungari winning heat race number 1, Josiah Millen picking up heat race number 2, and the Bearded Wonder, Justin Smith, picking up heat race number 3. They lock themselves in to the front couple rows, and then Josh Sutton will pick up that last chance qualifier also. We're going to take a quick step away, and we'll be back here in the 100-lap feature event coming right after this.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the
Welcome back here, race fans. Still waiting for the cars to assemble to take to the grid here tonight at Lanier for the 100-lap feature event for the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing National Series here tonight at Lanier. Of course, this is our second trip back to this great little bull ring of a speedway, and we couldn't have been here without, of course, another one of our sponsors this season. Clark & Son Automotive, established back in 2019. Clark & Son Automotive has built up one of the best reputations in the area for customer service with advanced diagnostic and automotive fleet repair, maintenance programs, fabrication, heavy-duty truck repair services, computer system diagnostics, ABS repairs, truck and trailer, custom welding and fabrication. You can find Clark & Son over on Facebook.com. Along with them, we got to thank the M&M Country Store, small-town convenience store offering all the necessities, including fuel, food, and how about it, race fans, beer. Stop in and try out their small-town diner or takeout located in Norrisville Road. Also, Gioiosa's Wine and Spirit. How about Plattsburgh, home for wine and spirits? If we don't have it, you can't get it. For the best price in town, Gioiosa's has you covered. Stop by the store in Plattsburgh, New York. Hanson Starter Shop, doing 30 years in business in the upstate area. Everything from starters, alternators, generators. Make sure you get your generator serviced. Along with, how about it? You got concrete that needs work done? How about LeClaire Flatworx, located in Plattsburgh, New York? LeClaire Flatworx specializes in custom stamped sidewalks, patios, anything concrete related. Those are just some of the sponsors that help out the series here to bring it to the air. As you can hear it down there on the raceway, they're assembling. It's time to bring you your starting lineup here tonight. Brought to us by Simbox. You don't have one, you need one. Starting on the front row, driving car number 41 or 00, depending if you're watching the screen or watching the car. Driver out of Montana. He'll pull the pole position here tonight. Doug Ungari will start P number 1. Pits outside, driving out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Driving the number 40 here tonight, Jordan Head Racing, Turn 3 Racing Network. Out of the Grandview Speedway, Josiah Millen. Starting back in P number 3, driving car number 45. This is Justin Smith. Matthew LaValle will go back in P number 4. Starting back into the 5th spot here tonight, car number 19 of Don Page. Starting 6th will be the 14 of Mason Bay. 7th will go to the driver out of Vermont, driving the raised die and tubing number 22 of Dylan Rabtoy. The LeClaire Flatworx number 7 will go from 8th with Josh LeClaire behind the wheel here tonight. It'll be Tyler Ducharme back there in the 9th starting spot, while Talon Carter will drive car number 1 from 10th. 11th will go to Ed Brissett in car number 15. David Amy in car number 2 will go 12th tonight here on the starting lineup. 13th here tonight, Josh Sunwall McPhee when the M2 entry will go 14th. Caleb Durgan 15th. Wade McDuff will then enter here in the 16th spot. Peyton Talbert 17th. Speedy Brissett in 18th. Chris Brown in 19th. Kevin Chaffee 20th. 21st. Paul Moran racing Jason as we're ready to go here tonight. Doug Ungari leads us to green here as we're already racing 100 laps on the boards. Who will lead lap 1? Who will lead lap 100? Ungari leads him down the back straightaway. He'll look out of turn number 4, and it will be the driver out of Montana leading lap number 1 here tonight. Everybody trying to work themselves into a little bit of a groove right now. Don't tell that to the 25 of Ducharme. He's trying to bring that house of speed entry. The Ducharme speed entry up to the front of the field. Here it comes. 3 wide. They're going to bang bars down the front straightaway. The 1, the 25, and I believe that was the 7 of LeClaire. And now the LeClaire Flatworx entry going to go around. Caution light here on lap number 3. Looks like the M2 of McPhee and the 7 of LeClaire all having some problems. McPhee not going to be able to take it back to pit road. Take a look here. All started with that 3-wide move. LeClaire gets put up into the outside wall, and then he's going to bang bars with the M2 entry. Both drivers going to go up into the wall. Oh, how about Speedy Brissett? Right on board, the Daddy Daycare Designs onboard camera with Speedy Brissett. Had no idea it was coming. A wild ride there for Speedy Brissett. keep a look on the timing and scoring. It looks like Speedy Brissett's going to be put to the back of the field, and everybody else is going to double him back up. A very quick caution flag here. Does look like LeClaire will be able to get back out with McPhee. iRacing.com pace car lights are off. Here we go. Hear him thunder into turn 1. Ungari and Millen leading them down here. They're bringing back the cars here on lap 1. They are the first ones back across the line. Look at the 31 down to the bottom side. That's Matthew LaValle right now, driving car number 31 here tonight. Driver out of Plattsburgh, New York, driving the Coors Light entry. He's trying to get to the inside of car number 14 as the caution lights are coming out. Big stack up there. I believe that may have been the 22 here. Let's find out on our replay. Oh, and actually that was Nathaniel Gay, and then unfortunately the 22 getting turned around. This is what brings the caution flag out. .97.5 blinks out in front of McPhee, and McPhee right into the back bars there of the 97.5, turning over Nathaniel Gay, and Gay does get it turned back around, but the caution lights coming out, or coming on. So maybe just a little technical difficulty there for the 97.5, which will bring out the caution flag. And of course, we got to thank Daddy Daycare Designs, located in New York. Daddy Daycare Designs specializes in CNC machine wood products such as signs, decorations, furniture, and much more. Check them out at facebook.com today. And of course, Ducharme Speed, helping out the iRacing big block community with driving advice, setup tips. Check them out at House of Speed for Ducharme Speed built setups. Green flag back into the air. Here we go. 12 laps already in the books. Look at Justin Smith this time. He gets a great start. How about Ducharme? He'll actually get split. Here comes LaValle to the outside. Here comes the 14 of Bay down to the inside. He'll have to ride it through the middle of the speedway here. Ducharme trying to make his way to the top side of the speedway. He'll get in front of the number 17 there, Caleb Durgan. A couple of cars back here trying to work their way through the field. Didn't have very good qualifying efforts here tonight. That's the 1W of Wayne McDuff. There's the 136 of Chris Brown. Josh Sun is right there also. Third caution flag of the evening onto the speedway. It looks like something may have happened to car number 83, the driver out of Canada. Out of Ottawa, Ontario. TJB Mortgage and Investments entry out of the Cornwall Speedway. The 350A modified driver of J.D. Haldane having some issues. Oh, Haldane just going to put the right rear up into the outside wall. He gets turned around. 15 of Ed Brissett also coming through there, getting a little contact, unfortunately. Under caution, it's still Ungari out front here tonight. He has led since the drop of the green flag. How about it, race fans? Are you in the market for a new used car? How about Direct Imported Vehicles, located in Plattsburgh, New York? Direct Imported Vehicle specializes in lightly used trucks, SUVs, importing vehicles from Canada, making them 100% Americanized and ready to sell to the direct public at lower prices than the dealership. Everybody needs a new tow rig for the upcoming season. As we're back to green. Look at the 25 of Ducharme. He'll go down to the bottom side of the speedway. Pulls that left front. Millen going to go all over the back end of the race leader of Doug Ungari. Ungari working the top side. Ungari going to hold it here. We're about 20 laps in the books this time by when we come back around here. Ungari will lead the first 20, but now Ducharme down to the bottom. He's making up a lot of ground down there. How long will it be till Ducharme is able to challenge for the race lead? Millen going to go down there a little bit, see if he can try to take the advances from that number 25. Now Millen going to cross him back over. Millen will work the bottom side of the speedway. Millen works the bottom. Look at Caleb Durgan also working the bottom side of the speedway. Ducharme going to try and pinch off the 40 of Millen. Maybe a little bit of a slide line there for Ducharme. Ducharme now in the P2 and trying to reel in the race leader. Ducharme going to go to the bottom here. Can he slide the 41? Oh, the caution lights are coming on. That's going to negate that slider. As possibly the 73 of the White River Toyota. Number 73 here tonight. Kevin Jaffe out of Bradford. The TO Pro car will come to pit road. Got a little sideways in front of the 1W of Wade McDuff, and around goes that White River Toyota. So we talk about Tyler Ducharme now making his way into P2. He was challenging for the race lead. You look off the bars here at car number 41 of Doug Ungari here tonight. He has led the first, 25 laps of this race. Will he be able to hold that strong charging number 25 off, though? Find out here as we're getting ready to come back to green. Ungari ready to fire the 41 off. Here he goes. Now he's going to step on it. Justin Smith going to spin the tires in the 45 entry. Ducharme going to go straight to the bottom side here as Ungari tries to go to the top side, inside to outside. Great run by Ducharme. He'll have a slider here at 3. He uses it. He'll bang that right rear off the cushion. He'll fire it back off, but it will be Ungari getting back to the line first to lead that lap. This time, though, the House of Speed entry has the top spot. Couple of them parked up in turns 1 and 2. I believe that is the DE Designs number 2 of David Amy here to bring out the 5th caution flag of the evening. David Amy was sitting parked up along the outside of maybe John McPhee and Don Page also involved. Nathaniel Gay maybe getting a little piece of that too. Take a look here. What happened there? You see the 19 of Don Page out in front of David Amy, and oh, Amy going to drive it in just a little bit hard there. He's going to stack them up. Talon Carter was right there also. There you see Nathaniel Gay getting involved, and he'll drive away off car number 19. Don Page is flipping it around and gets back onto the wheels. From high atop the speedway tonight. But now, new race leader as we come back live. It'll be 31 laps, it looks like, in the books here tonight. Caution laps are counting in our feature event here tonight at Lanier. Our 100-lap features this season, caution laps will count. The House of Speed entry says, let's find some speed and dance it into one. He's going to leave Ungari sitting back there with Millen in tow. Here comes the little digger digging on the bottom side of the speedway. Lavalle's been able to hold that spot all evening long, just sitting there inside the top 5. Digger has had to move up 10 spots, started back to the 15th position. He's running 5th currently here on the timing and scoring. Still a very long way. We're going to see comers. We're going to see goers here tonight. One driver off the raceway, J.D. Haldane, not coming back out onto the speedway. Tyler Ducharme still the race leader. Here comes Peyton Tabbert. He works down to the bottom side of the 14T, that all-orange machine. The Fast Lane Performance, Ted's Auto Body entry. He's just working the bottom here tonight. Look at everybody going straight to the top side. Don't see very many cars. Oh, 14T and Peyton Town are going to shut down the run there by Justin Smith. Smith had a run coming and then shut that run down. That 14T here tonight, trying to get it done. Looks like he's running one of those small blocks down around the bottom side of the speedway. Another one of those. Well, that's actually a big block here tonight. Caleb Durgan's driving underneath that hood of the car number 17. He's got that big block power. And our notes actually were jumbled up. Peyton Talbot actually is driving a big block here tonight. Matthew LaValle there in car number 31. He is driving a small block. Oh, and he's going to get turned around. He's going to stack him up. Caution lights coming on. You saw that one there as Mason Bay was into the back of the number 31 Coors Light entry. And that's what throws the caution here for the 6th time here on lap number 40. Take the look, watch that 31, that Coors Light Bicknell entry. 14 to pay in the friendly Ford. Just going to get into him, turn him around, and the Billy the Kid transplant power plant underneath car number 31 fires back off, but not before our officials here tonight said caution all over the speedway. Race leader still Tyler Ducharme. Caleb Durgan has got around Doug Ungari right before the caution flag came out, so to put Ungari back to 3rd, Millen back into the 4th position. Peyton Talbot will now be in P number 5. Justin Smith is 6th. Chris Brown from downtown is in 7th. Josh Sun is 8th. Matthew LaValle back there in 9th is where he will line up along with Mason Bay. Will go 10th here. So that's how they're going to be scored, and we'll see as we're getting ready to come back green. Ducharme says, let's chase it to turn 1. Couple cars getting tangled up and going around. The 1W of Wade McDuff on his lid. The 73 of Kevin Chaffee. Back there, that'll bring out the 7th caution flag. There you see the 73 of Kevin Chaffee trying to drive away. That White River Toyota, the TO Pro car, is a lot of damage. So he'll come to pit road. Weren't quite able to go ahead and make that lap count. Something happened here to the number 1 of Talon Carter on that restart also. I don't know if the 1 of Carter wasn't exactly lined up in his position, but it looks like he actually was up around the outside of the speedway. Not sure what happened to Talon Carter. Back to green, though, here on lap number 47. These cars come back to life. Tyler Ducharme, Caleb Durgan, and look who's there now. Doug Ungari was sleeping on that restart, just did not get going. The Whiteout performance as the caution lights come on. The 136 of Chris Brown bringing out the caution flag. Talk about the luckiest man alive right there for Chris Brown. Turned around and sitting sideways. Watch that. Black and blue, number 136. Approaching the halfway point home here tonight. Next time by, when we go green, will be the halfway point. It does look like Tyler Ducharme will take the outside lane here. Two of the fastest drivers in the series. They're inside the top three. Your top three that are running right now. Your top three of the championship standings. Call it the top four because Josh Son is right there now running in the 4th spot. Talbot down to the bottom side. Halfway home here. Does anybody have anything now for Tyler Ducharme? Everybody now migrating to the top side. You'd have to go all the way back here. One car going around. That's the 45 of Justin Smith, and a big pile up down here. One car, I believe that's the 31 Matthew LaValle getting bounced around. As that brings out our 9th caution flag. Did LaValle, oh, right there, the 55 into the back end of the 45, turning around Justin Smith. And LaValle was the one that actually went for the wild ride. Looks like Justin Smith maybe had to check up. He was a little sideways in the 45, causing Paul Moran and car 55 to get into him. Let's set off the chain reaction. Looks like Wade McDuff in the Bartell Builders 1W entry will get his lap back here, and then we will be ready to go. Field is doubling up. There you see them as they come down the back straight away. Going to let the iRacing.com pace car peel itself off the racetrack. Josh Son still having some issues there as he's gone. Now he's there. Green flag is back up. 55 laps completed. Peyton Tower with a great restart, but look at the 25 just rocket ship down the back straightaway. That high line is absolutely working if you're the 25 of Tyler Ducharme. Big gaggle back here. Talon Carter trying to work his way back through the field. He'll get to the inside of the 77. Clark and Son Automotive, 77, right to the outside. And him is going to be car number 22 of Dylan Raptoy. Raptoy to the outside. The 97.5 will bring out the caution flag. The 10th caution flag here tonight will come out courtesy of Nathaniel Gay. What happened to the 97.5? He blinks out, and when he comes back, it looks like he was up into the outside wall as he tried to make a pass, maybe on the outside of the 45 of Justin Smith. He does have a fast repair, so he'll be able to go down there and get that all taken care of, and he'll be able to pull out what would be essentially a backup car here tonight, and he'll come back out onto the racetrack. Wade McDuff going to get another one of his laps back. Being scored right now, currently 3 laps behind the race leaders. So McDuff getting them back little by little. We'll go by one more time here before we tell these guys to assemble. So it'll be Tyler Ducharme, Peyton Talbot, Caleb Durgan, Josh Son, your top 4. 5th is Josiah Millen and Mason Bay. They will line up in row number 3. Green flag back into the air. Here we go. Everybody searching for where they can make their passes here. We're over the halfway point home tonight. Tyler Ducharme going to come down there. He'll take the front nose off of the 14T of Peyton Talbot, trying to hold him off for the race win. These two Class Act racers here. We saw them battle right to the end of last week's race. And these two all over each other, just like Caleb Durgan and the number 11 here of Josh Son. Durgan to the outside now. Everybody trying to search because we put a lot of laps on this track. Look at them as they're 3 wide. There's the LeClaire Flatworx number 7. Oh, and they're going to stack them up. They're going to stack them up down here as the 7 of Josh LeClaire got into the 14. I believe that was Dave Goburn's right there. He's wrapped up involved. Watch that LeClaire Flatworx, number 7. Gets in a little too hot there. The 14 of Bay looks like he checked up, causing the 7 to get into him, and then nowhere for Coburn to go, nowhere for Moran to go. They're both involved and piled in. See if they can come back out here. Every position will count towards the end of the season. We talked about the top 4 drivers being the top 4 in the championship standings. Talbot did come into the night with a 3-point lead over Caleb Durgan, who had, well, a 5-point lead over Tyler Ducharme. And then Josh Sun was sitting 1 point back. Then it was Talon Carter who rounded out the top 5. Right now, Carter is sitting, while I'm looking for him on the timing and scoring, he's sitting back into the 10th position after having his woes early on in this one. Green flag back up, and look at the top 3 here. This time, Ducharme takes the inside on that restart, and he'll come out of turn 2, down the back straightaway now into 3 with the race lead. Peyton Talbot with a little bit of a slider line there. Caleb Durgan down to the bottom. These drivers all right now, these top 4 drivers have turned a ton of laps here on the iRacing.com platform together. Maybe not all getting out on the real world side of things in cars together, but at least here on iRacing, they have more laps together than the entire field has in the Valley View Series. Ducharme still the race leader. Look at McPhee. At one point, this M2 edge rear was sitting upside down. Caution lights coming on. Possibly Speedy Brissett involved. Paul Moran. Maybe Josh LeClaire also. Matthew LaValle being told maybe also has a little piece into this one. Oh, Racing Jason and Smith getting into it. Then everybody comes piling in. Right on board the Valley View Firewood onboard camera. You're watching on board with LeClaire. Bottom lane was clogged, and that's where everybody wanted to go. Looks like the officials have put all the drivers into single file formation here. We're cutting back. We're complete lap number 74 when we take the green. Ducharme, Talbot, Sun, Durgan, Millen, Rabtoy, Bay, Ungari, McPhee, and Page, the top 10. Right on board with the Gioiosa's Wine and Spirits here, as Tyler Ducharme is the race leader. Peyton Tower that time, though, got a much better restart. You see him working the outside. "25 laps to go. It'll be 24 when they come across the line. Tyler Ducharme, after lap 26, has taken the race lead, and he has not let it go since. Couple drivers towards the back of the field here as an exchange for just a moment at the front of the field. Actually there for Peyton Tower. Did make a move to the outside there. Got a little bit of a help there by Tyler Ducharme, making a little bit of a mistake. You don't see too many on mounted car number 25. So Big Block holding up the top spot right now. That's 2 big blocks at the front of the field. Caleb Durgan, I think, or maybe that was just Josh Sun's transponder that we can't seem to get working. Was having a little bit of an issue. Mason Bay working to the outside. There's the 1 car of Talon Carter also working the outside. Doug Ungari started on the pole here tonight. He's all the way back to running 9th with his big block. Chris Brown has been able to come back up through. There you see the two of David Amy also. The Clark and Son Automotive number 77's right here in this battle. Oh, a right rear from McPhee to the number 19. Let's see if they can get him load up there. It looks like Page will keep it going. He bounced around and he keeps it going, so we stay green. Nothing's changed out front. There you see the race leaders, both drivers there, Ducharme and Talbot, running the same racing line. Pretty much down in 3. Talbot goes down there in turn 1, though. Tried to slide up in front of the 25 of Ducharme. Not able to. What does he do down here in 3? Follows right in the tire tracks there of Ducharme. Ducharme going to go up there, get that right rear into the cushion. He'll fire back off. The battles are really back here right now. All these drivers, there's the 45, there's the 7, that is Smith and LeClaire, there's that 31 machine of LaValle. LeClaire is 1 lap down right now, while Smith and Moran, there you see the DE Designs number 55, they're battling for position. There's Racing Jason and the Menards number 98 out the gate. As, oh, who was that? I believe that was the M2 entry. McPhee going to bring out the 13th caution flag of the evening. Take a look what just happened here to McPhee. Oh, the Clark and Son Automotive number 77 with a small right rear there to the M2 entry. Just a little bit of a love tap. Should be about 11 to 12 laps to go when we come back here. There you see the 25. That's the Ducharme Speed entry. And of course, Ducharme Speed, one of our sponsors helping out the iRacing Big Block community with driving advice, setup tips. Check them out at House of Speed for Ducharme Speed built setups. There we go. 12 to actually go this time by at the line. And no, Ducharme going to slip a little bit on that restart. Peyton Talbot now has an advantage if he can just get that 14T going. He'll shoot to the inside here down to the 3. Ducharme going to try and cut the nose of the 14T. Look at, oh, Peyton had a good run, but unfortunately ran out of room there as the 25 was to the outside. Millen now under attack by the number 1. Here comes Talon Carter. Where did he all of a sudden come from? He restarted back in 8th. All of a sudden, he is sitting 5th. Wash Rags is looking to wash up this field here tonight. He is now inside the top 5. Your top 5 drivers here on the timing and scoring are your top 5 drivers in the points championship hunt. Does Carter have anything with under 10 laps to go up there and get Caleb Durgan, Josh Sutton, Peyton Talbot, and possibly even Tyler Ducharme? Millen starting to fade. There's Ungori now. Those were the 2 front runners here coming into the night. They started on the front row of our feature event. Caution lights on. Caution lights on. Don't know where the caution came from. I don't see any cars sitting sideways on the speedway. Not quite sure where the officials, maybe some debris out there on the racetrack, so that'll bunch it up. That's going to make the ending of this one exciting after our 14th caution flag of the evening. Does look like the lights on the iRacing.com pace car will go out. Race leader Tyler Ducharme will have the advantage with 5 laps to go. Looks like we will not go. No go, as the officials say here tonight. Not everybody was ready. give it another try here. Got to wait for the iRacing.com safety car, though, to get back around the field here. There it goes. Let's see if we can get a 3 to go. A little bit of a shootout here. We do have overtime tonight here at Lanier if we were to need it. Tyler Ducharme being sent back a row, possibly jumping the start there from our officials. So it'll be Peyton Talbot, Josh Son. Here we go. Talbot with a great start. Here comes Ducharme. He'll go down to the bottom. 3 laps to go. That time by at the line. Ducharme going to bank it off the cushion. Look at him 4 wide. Here comes Talon Carter. As the caution lights are coming on, that means we will go to overtime here tonight. Overtime will be coming. Looks like the 25 of Tyler Ducharme being penalized by our officials here tonight. He will have to go all the way to the back of the field. It actually looks like car 25 pulling it to the infield. The Tyler Ducharme race fans will be out of this race, led over half the race. And 2 back-to-back restart violations. They moved him off the front row. Then they jumped the start, it looks like, as he was trying to get around the blinking number 11 of Josh Son. And the officials then put him to the back of the field, and he has decided, here with just a handful of laps to go, to pull it to the infield. So, Peyton Talbot, Josh Son, Talon Carter, your top 3 with Caleb Durgan sitting back there in 4th. Josiah Millen is 5th, and Doug Ungari is running 6th. Peyton Talbot says, here we go. Green flag into the air tonight. Overtime. Popsicle sticks up. Here comes Talon Carter. He'll try to work down to the inside here on Josh Son. 3 wide behind them, then Millen was stuck in the middle. Here comes Chris Brown. Rab Toys also right there. Oh, Peyton Talbot going to slip. He'll see the white flag this time. He just banked the right rear on that fast lane performance off the outside of the wall. He was able to pick up the win last week. Will he be able to do it here tonight? He'll look for the final time in 3 and 4. He'll come down to the bottom. It'll be Peyton Talbot leading out of turn number 4. It'll be Talbot, it'll be Son, it'll be Carter, and Durgan across the line. So Peyton Talbot are able to go back-to-back wins on the series here. Unofficial timing and scoring, of course, is over on the left-hand side of the screen, race fans. But the 14T. Peyton Talbot getting it done here tonight for the 2nd week in a row. The driver out of South New Berlin, New York. There you see him. We're going to word in with him here in just a couple of moments. Race fans, we'll be right back here to Lanier after the 100-lap feature here tonight in the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing Nationals.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, welcome back here, race fans, to the Lanier Raceway here tonight for the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing National Series. 100 laps was the distance, and we needed just a couple more laps to figure things out here tonight. But you want to talk about a wild race at the end of this one. We've seen a driver that was nowhere in contention until the final 15 laps come up and battle for the win in this one. We saw a driver that maybe dominated here tonight get put to the back of the field towards the end of it for jumping a restart. And man, the laundry list could go on here tonight, but I don't think we have all that much time left in the here on a Wednesday anyway. Let's get down trackside, though, into the Valley View Firewood victory lane here tonight for Peyton Tower. Peyton, 2 in a row, it makes it go here tonight. You are the winner after 100 laps of the small block, big block showdown.
Yeah, we definitely had a fast car. We came from way deep in the field, 17th, so I was just really rolling the bottom there for a long time, just trying to get spots and stay clean. And towards the end there, I really didn't expect a lot of the things that happened, and it just escalated really quickly. And somehow we got the lead out of all that, and we were just able to walk away.
You're able to walk away on that restart there. But talk us back through those final 2 restarts. It kind of went very quickly. 2 back-to-back restarts here at the end. You had the 25 of Ducharme right there battling with you, and then you had Josh Son and Talon Carter on that final restart breathing down your neck.
Yeah, the first restart, when I was outside of Ducharme, I was really just trying to stay at his door, because if I knew I could stay at his door going into one, that I might be able to get that slider line going and maybe have a shot at him. But then we had that yellow, and things happened, and I was just lucky enough to get that lead on that second restart, and I just chose the bottom, and when I jumped, I had a pretty good lead, so it was definitely a benefit there.
Now, you were able to pick up the win last week and took the points championship lead. I believe you had a 3-point lead over Caleb Durgan here tonight, and you're going to now extend that lead even more. How do you feel as we do get ready to head back to, I believe it is Volusia, back into the small block for 40 laps?
Yeah, we're just going to keep our heads down and keep our nose to the grindstone and, just keep digging. And I'm trying not to look at points, because as soon as you look at points, 90% of the time it messes you up anyway. So I'm just taking it one race at a time and one lap at a time.
Race fans, I ask him that question every week so far, and he has given me the same exact answer. At least we can say he's consistent in his answers here, but Peyton, a great job. Red carpet's rolled out once again here tonight. Don't get any dirt on it, or we're going to have to get Caleb Durgan to clean it. Who do you got to thank tonight, though, for parking the 14T once again in Victory Lane?
Yeah, I just got to thank Corey at Reese Built Performance, Fastline Performance, Ted's Body Shop, JC Landscaping, Precision Hydraulic and Oil, Northeast Forestry, Parker Landscaping, Parker Excavation, one of our new sponsors, Dig Race Products, JK Signworks, Donath Motorworks, Higfab Chassis, just everyone that watches and supports, and you guys are broadcasting this as well.
There you hear it out of the driver out of New York. Peyton Talbot. Race fans will pick up another win here with the Valley View Series as he goes to Victory Lane here after 100 laps. Finishing in the second position, he may have come with an all-white car that had Showtime on the side of it. The number 11 of Josh Son here tonight. It looks like he has taken his car back to the hauler here, so we won't be able to get a word in with Josh Son after tonight. We can tell you he picked up 11 spots here, starting outside the top 10. He was coming in a hurry, just a little too late to try and run down the race leader there at the end of Peyton Talbot. Finishing back into P number 3, though, he hails out of Pennsylvania. Race fans, what do you say? Here, Talon Carter, another podium finish. These things are starting to come easy to you, it seems.
Not really. That race was kind of a struggle there. Just lots of cautions, kind of frustrating. I got EOL in the middle of the race there for, I guess, wall riding, even though I didn't know I was wall riding at all, but just came back up. I felt like I had something there at the end. Just I was in a small box, so the guys in the big box, they could really pull off the corners and down the straightaways.
Yeah, we didn't get to touch on that too much. Tell us what's the difference was here tonight between those big blocks and these small blocks out here running around the bull ring.
Definitely on a tacky track, the big blocks were faster, but once it got slick and right around the bottom, them last few restarts, I could really make it work with the small block. Because the big blocks, they really got to check up more going in the corner, and you can carry a little bit more momentum in the small block.
What did you need here, though, in the closing laps? As you actually came, last time I looked up with about 15 laps to go, you were sitting back in 12th, and then all of a sudden on that final restart, you were inside the top 5 all of a sudden. You were coming for those top spots.
Yeah, I think I definitely had something there. I just needed more laps and maybe just less cautions. If the race would have gone green more, I think I would have been better there too.
Well, a great run for you here again in the Valley View Series. Another podium spot. I think you're going to pick up a couple spots in the points, but how do you feel hopping back into that small block next week?
Pretty good. I'm pretty comfortable in the small blocks and the big blocks. It's just these guys are really good out here, and it's hard to pass sometimes too, depending on the track. But tonight the track was pretty decent for 100 laps.
Well, good track, and the car doesn't look too beat up, so it shouldn't be that much work throughout the week for your virtual crew to get that car ready. Who do you got to thank, though, that helps you back at the shop to make all your racing endeavors possible?
I got to thank my dad, my grandfather, and our crew guy, Kevin. I do all the setup stuff, so that's why the thing was so fast tonight.
Well, who's all the guys that put their name on the side of this number 1?
I got to thank Kelly Spade Realtor of Keller Williams, Platinum Realty, Grand Central Tap Room, Kutztown Printing, Cantner's Tire Service, Lucky 13 Tattoos and Piercings, Gessie Chiropractic, D.A. Brett's Motorcycle Fab and Paint, Deca Batteries, Levan Machine and Truck Equipment, Christmas Meats, Matty Pearl Band, KB Motors Incorporated, and Apollo Court for making all my wraps.
And I just woke up from my nap. There you hear it, though. Talon Carter, we always joke around with him with the laundry list of sponsors that help his racing career, not just here on the iRacing.com platform, but also when he brings his 602 out onto the racetrack. Talon Carter, race fans, he finishes 3rd here tonight. Caleb Durgan was 4th. Doug Ungari, who started on the front row here tonight, he will finish back into the 5th position. Chris Brown had an up and down night. He will actually come across the line back there in 6th. Josiah Mellon will finish 7th with how about Dylan Rabtoy? Quietly tonight fell back and came back inside the top 10 with car number 22. He'll go 8th here tonight, and Mason Bay will finish 9th. Rounding down the top 10 was Don Page. Racing Jason Griffith-Dobbs will finish 11th. John McPhee in the M2 entry will go 12th here tonight at the end of this one, along with Speedy Brissett back in 13th. 14th will be Paul Moran. He finishes there with car 55. How about the 77 of Chris Clark? He'll finish 15th. Justin Smith, actually, in car number 45, that is, will finish 16th. David Abey was 17th. The LeClaire Flatworx, number 7 of Josh LeClaire, will finish in the 18th position, while Nathaniel Gay will finish 19th. Dave Coburn will finish 20th, while Tyler Ducharme, who dominated here tonight, will finish back in 21st. Matthew LaValle will go 22nd. Wade McDuff will go 23rd. Ed Brissett was 24th. Kevin Chaffee was 25th. And rounding down the field, the final finisher here tonight, J.D. Haldane, will go 26th position. That's your top 26 cars here tonight that finished here at Lanier. So a wild 100-lap race here at Lanier. We will head back down south to Florida here as the series alternates between Lanier and Volusia. We'll head back to Volusia. We'll bring the small blocks that we opened up the season with. We'll bring them back out on the racetrack. 40 laps at Volusia on December the 15th before we have an off week for Christmas. So one final race before the only off week of the season for Christmas. So for everybody, though, that makes it all this possible here at the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing Nationals. Of course, we got to thank Valley View. We also got to thank Clark and Son Automotive, along with M&M Country Store, Gioiosa's Wine and Spirits, Daddy Daycare Designs, Begor Supply, Hanson Starter Shop, Ducharme Speed, Direct Imported Vehicles, LeClaire Flatworx, and Simbox. If you don't have one, you need one. Just like the champion at the end of the season, they will get one of those button boxes from Simbox. Race fans, from all of us, though, here with the Valley View Firewood, all of us here With the Turn 3 Racing Network, my name is Roger Muth. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show here from Lanier, and we will catch you 7 days from now in Volusia. Till then, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you at the races.